Hey guys, big news today. My favorite line of jumbo lip pencil, I think the best jumbo lip pencil on the market, has expanded and come out with new shades. So I'm so pumped. When I saw these on Ulta's website, I snatched them up. Like, I got all of them except for one. There was one that was like already out of stock. I don't know if maybe they didn't have it to begin with. It's the very lightest shade in this line that I wasn't able to nab. But what's extra exciting is that they didn't like do some weird change to the formula. They did not disappoint. I am talking about the Neutrogena Moisture Smooth Color Sticks. They're all a creamy formula. A lot of the original ones had like a little bit of shimmer in there, and I still didn't mind them. I still thought they were incredibly comfortable on the lips, but all of these are straight up creams. I feel weird saying spring collection already. That just seems wrong to be talking about, but I'm not sure if these will be limited edition or not. It's a lot of shades. And to me, it seems like a lot of shades that were kind of missing from the original line, like more neutrals and nudes and some reds as well. So in this video, I will take you through all those shades on my lips, and I also wanted to mention two other Neutrogena products that I saw on the website. And I'll just talk about these first, get them out of the way. This is not a full review, but more of a haul. They've got a Healthy Skin Anti-Aging Perfector, and I have this in the shade Light to Neutral, number 30. It says Moisturizing Retinol Treatment with SPF 20, and it claims to even out skin tone. But this says it's a moisturizer and blendable sheer coverage, and it does have a pump on it as well, and I'm wearing it today, and I would say it's light to medium coverage at best. I was able to kind of build it up to a medium coverage place, but it really is rather lightweight on the skin. It just was my instinct to really blend it in with my fingers just because it feels so much just like a classic moisturizer. I would say the surprising thing about this was that it didn't stay super dewy and tacky on the skin. It actually seemed to set a little bit and seem somewhat matte. Not a dry cakey matte, but it just wasn't shiny and sticky, which I really appreciate that. I would say if you've got major discoloration to cover on your face and you typically rely on a foundation to take care of some of that, this isn't gonna really do that much. But if you're having like a pretty good skin day and you overall just want a little bit of light coverage and you feel like you can use concealer to take care of a lot of the rest. Like for me, mainly it's the under eye area. So I use this all over, and then concealer was able to help me out there. And I feel like I'm good, but my skin feels just, it's really lightweight. If you don't like being bothered to always top your foundation step with a powder, I don't really feel like you'd need to set this. Like I'm pretty much a normal skin type right now, and this really seemed to work well for me. If you didn't feel like this was moisturizing enough, I think you could certainly just layer it over whatever day cream or daytime moisturizer you like to use. But I do like the thought of a drugstore BB cream type product with some added benefits from the anti-aging standpoint. I really think I'm going to need to continue using this over a period of time to be able to talk about the benefits more and let you know whether or not it did anything funky for my skin. But today, on the initial application, I really liked it. The other thing I have is the Skin Clearing Complexion Perfector, and this provides sheer coverage while clearing breakouts, it says. And I got this in the shade Light. So this is a salicylic acid acne treatment here. So just to swatch it out on my hand, it seems to be a very similar coverage level to the other. I would imagine it could be built up a little bit, but it's probably not going to take you too far beyond that light to medium coverage place. I think the shade system was a little bit different. That's why I'm light to neutral in this one and light in this. But for me, I think I'm going to make this one sort of my top priority to test out, and then I'll probably move on to this and pass along some reviews as I feel like I'm able to. But just wanted to let you know those are out there on Ulta's website now. But moving on to the Moisture Smooth Color Sticks. If you're not familiar with these again, I think they are the best jumbo lip pencil from the drugstore. I really think they are one of the most hydrating lip products you can use. The regular line, I had raved about these going back a couple years, like in the Emily Awards, and I think I referred to them as the sweatpants of lip colors because that's what they are. They're so comfortable on the lips. They're really that kind of thing you just want to throw on whether you really are going for big time color or not. They just feel great. These new ones have the same scent as the old. which kind of makes me think of just freshly opening up a packet of Jell-O before you mix it up, and it's kind of a strong fruity scent. It's not something I go on to really notice or think about while the product's on my lips, but I really do notice it when I'm putting it on. I mean, it's hard to miss that scent, so that might be a little drawback for those of you who don't like too much scent in your products, but they feel amazing. I'm so glad like these weren't a watered down version of the originals. I really wanted to love these because I wanted an expanded shade range, and these, like I said, they did not disappoint. These are the colors we're working with here, so you can see they've put out many more neutral options here, plus there was one lighter shade that I said I wasn't able to get my hands on. And then some really nice bright options too, as well as a super dark one, and these are all just smooth and completely creamy, which I really enjoy. And just looking at the swatch lineup, do you see these lighter shades, how they really are showing up? I was so impressed with how opaque those turned out to be, because I think you could easily, with something this moisturizing and this lip balm-like in terms of feel, I wouldn't be surprised if they turned out to be more sheer on the lips, but these lighter colors really show up, so that impressed me a lot. So let's go through and just show you all of them going on. I'm just going in the numbered order that they came in. So 100 is Pink Nude, and like I said, pretty impressive. As you can see this color going on, it builds up quickly and easily. You don't have to throw on a lot of product to get that super soft, buttery, rich feel on the lips. These kind of feel like the Almay Butter Kiss lip balms. And then number 110 is Almond Nude, and this is a little bit more on the tan side. When I was wearing this the other day, I thought it might be a little more sheer than the Pink Nude. Maybe just because it's a little closer to my natural lip color, but I do think that's a really pretty shade. And then if you like something deeper on the neutral side, Berry Brown, number 120 is the next one. And with so many like deeper matte neutral liquid lip colors coming out, this is something that's going to be a lot more hydrating for those of us who have dry lips. You can see that nice hint of shine in all of these, but Berry Brown, really nice neutral option here. Now the next one is number 130, Wineberry, and this is a lot more reddish than I expected. I think with a lot of these, the color on the plastic can be a little different than what's happening on the actual color stick. So pay attention to that if you're shopping in the store. But I think this is definitely a reddish berry. It's really beautiful. I absolutely love that shade. It really brightens up the face. Number 140 is Pink Grapefruit. I think this is your classic pink, kind of a cool pink. It's definitely more pinky than the Pink Nude, which was the first shade I tried on. It does really feel like a springy shade to me. Then next up is Cherry Pink. This is the shade I've been wearing throughout the video, and this is actually surprisingly similar to Wineberry. It's just a little brighter. It's just a brighter take on that reddish berry shade. This is a total example of what I feel like was missing from the original line, because things were, I think, a little bit softer, and it's great to see something bright and vibrant. And then your deepest one is called Deep Plum, and this is your really dark wine color. It's unlike anything that I have from this line. It builds up super easily on the lips. You don't have to go swiping over and over again to get color out of it, and it's just a gorgeous shade. So I wasn't disappointed by any of these colors that I tried on. I know I've been raving a lot, but just a few cons to keep in mind. Like I was saying, when you're buying them, don't just go by this. Look a little bit more at the color in the stick, because that's going to be a bit more indicative of what's going to come off on your lips. Also, some of these brighter and deeper shades, these are kind of a shiny lip product, so you might want to keep a little bit closer eye on those if you're wearing them out and about. Sometimes I feel safer wearing a red or a dark color in a matte version because I feel like it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be a little more low maintenance. Like once I put it on, I can almost forget about it. But these, for as comfortable and wonderful and kind of a little bit thick, moisturizing and buttery, the way they feel on my lips, I might make an exception for these because I just love the way they feel on. But another point about these is that they're not an incredibly long wearing product. That's not in the claims. I think you're going to notice the darker shades have a little more longevity on your lips just because they stand out more. This brighter shade, if I blot it off a little bit, you can see there's kind of a not really a stain, but there's just more color left behind. I can, if I rub really hard, see, I can pull off some more color. So it's maybe just a light staining that happens there because you are able to still remove it. So that's my little haul / review on some new exciting things from Neutrogena. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.